morning, y'all.
Good morning to you. We are off to Texas.
Off our rockers.
Off to Texas. I keep getting a million questions. Are you going to Texas? Are you going to Texas? I said it a million times. Yeah, I'm going to Texas. I'm going to be hauling a load to Texas. Are you going to the convoy in Texas? No, I'm not going to the convoy in Texas. You know, we did a video yesterday about it. I spoke with one of the organizers, and he explained to me what was going to be happening in Texas, how it's going to be pretty much a revival and
It's going to be a peaceful protest.
Spiritual quest.
It's not going to be right down on the border either, like some people think. It's going to be held a ways away.
But yet I still keep getting questions. Are you going to Texas? And I guess, heck, I've been called a racist again. I've been called a coward for not going.
It's because the color of their skin, the people flooding in from over the border, is why you don't care.
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't noticed, my wife, Mr. G's Mexican.
Our little babies are honking beans.
Most of my family's Mexican, to be honest with you. And hell, I'm browner than a lot of Mexicans out there.
I know you're darker than both my grandmas and my mama.
So I don't really think it has anything to do with the color of the skin. It has to do with coming into our country legally or illegally. I'm all for somebody coming into this country legally. It's crazy. It really is. I have to speak with the organizer, and like I said, this is going to be like a revival, and it's going to be a lot of prayer and speakers and stuff. I don't need to go to Texas to listen to speakers. I know what's going on at the border. I know what's going on at the border strong. I can pray right along with Texas no matter where I'm at. You know, they mentioned something about 700,000 trucks going on. Well, that's what one of the representatives said. And then the video I watched with Joe and the girl, she said, well, we figured there could potentially be 700,000 people. Well, yeah, there could potentially be 1 million people. And the way I see it, though, is Texas has got 30 million people in it. Let's just say half of those people are pissed about what's going on. Half of 30 million, that's 15 million people. All you need is 1% of those people to show up. The problem is, and I heard it in another interview with all the organizers, I think it was Pete Chambers was talking, and I heard a little bit about what he said. And one of the things that kind of rang in my ear, he was saying, I don't care what's going on in the Northeast. I don't care what's going on in the far West. I care what's going on in my own backyard. And that kind of irked me a little bit. I mean, I love what he's doing, don't get me wrong, and I'm sure he's a nice guy. I don't know a whole lot about him, but it still kind of irked me a little bit. And the reason why it irked me is because 2 years ago when we did the People's Convoy, I don't know how many times I said it, and I've said it a lot of times. People don't care until it shows up
at their doorstep,
own backyard, in their own doorstep, and that's exactly what he said. He goes, I care what's happening in my sandbox. I care what's happening in my yard. You know, when we did the People's Convoy, it wasn't about just mandates. It was about government overreach, and it started off with just the mandates, and that was the big reason that it started. Did the mandates affect me? No, they didn't. Did the mandates affect most of the truckers? No, it didn't. But it affected so many others, and that's what we were there for, is for the others. Because we knew that sooner or later, something else that the government overreaches is going to affect us. And it always does. We've seen it happen for decades now. We've got to start standing before it hits our backyard, before it hits our doorstep, before it affects us. Because once it affects us, it's almost too late. And that's what Texas is finding out. And I'm not saying it's too late in Texas, but what I'm saying is, how many millions of Texans are going to be there? How many hundreds of thousands of Texans are going to be there? I've had a lot of Texas people reach out to me, and I've gotten some good feedback, and I've got some people that were just pissed that, gee, why ain't you going? Now I'm going. The comments I get isn't I'm going to be there. No, it's, gee, are you going? This is your front yard. This is your backyard. This is your sand lot. You go there. I will pray right along with you. If stuff pops off, believe me, I'll probably be one of the first people there. But as far as to go there to pray and gather, I'm all for the power of prayer. But I can pray right along with you in my truck. And God knows my heart's with you. I can pray right along with you at my house. And God knows my heart's with you. And I understand about, the people gathering to show unity to the media. But you Texans can handle the amount of heads that show up. And I know there's going to be people, they're going to be leaving from Virginia Beach tomorrow. And I don't know how many's going to show up. Like I said, I hope there's a million people go. But I hope that there's just as many Texans show up there as there is anybody. I don't know. I'll probably get flack for this. I usually do. But I just wanted to answer the question one more time because I keep getting the messages. Mr. G keeps getting the messages. Are you going to Texas? Yes, we're going to Texas. We're going to Texas to deliver a load there. I'm going to be picking up another load coming out of Texas. And I'll probably be back again to drop another load. I can't afford to be taken off. Especially taken off just to pray with everybody. I'll pray right here in the seat of this truck, and my heart's with you, Texas. And when you actually need me, or you need me as a soldier or something like that, you give me a call, and believe me, I'll probably be one of the first there. Love you guys.
Love y'all. Bye.